Welcome to our lunchtime live. It's been a while. I really, really thought I would be able to do lives while I was traveling. And that's just not the case. Let me pull it up because we know on my handy dandy tablet so I can see because I can't always see what pops up or off on that way. And we'll all be together. Won't that be fun? Yeah, it's a hot mess. Not only is it hot, but it's a mess here today. I just got back from the grocery store. Hey, Nikki's Happy Lifestyle. Good morning, sis. Thank you for popping over. I am trying to get stuff unpacked. Just got back from the grocery store. I'm actually trying to find us on the tablet so I can see the comments more readily without I change channels. Yeah, so I hope you're having a great day today, Nikki. Our plans are planning just well for our birthday trip. Because, yeah, even though we call every trip we have together a birthday trip, what are we going to do? We still have to yeah, it's fine. They're all birthday trips. Anytime we're together, it's a birthday. So, okay, I got us on. I was really 1,000,000,000% surprised that I didn't do any lives. I did the one live at Mom's, and then, things get a little crazy. So I didn't get more done. So I don't know. Anyway, I have all of these bags that I use that I had made out of horse feed bags. One of my favorite crafts. So I did get to a multitude of stores this morning. I'm trying to get it done before the heat gets any hotter. They said right now it's like 103 degrees outside. So that makes it like 39 degrees Celsius. That's just crazy. But I got all the vegetables for the house. Look, isn't that cute? 4 little heads of lettuce. I think that's so cute. My lines. We have Food Lion, Aldi's, or Walmart. And I won't buy food from Walmart. So this is all Aldi's today. Sometimes, depending on what's happening, I will get, look, I couldn't remember if I had lettuce or not. Well, now I have extra, so that's good. But I got so much vegetables and fruit. Gotta make room for it, so that's. But Aldi's had lots of they got some new leaf lettuce and these little heads of lettuce, so they've gotten some new stuff. These are from California, Backyard Farms, and this was Kentucky. I like knowing where my food is coming from, actually. I don't know. I mean, I just like knowing where my food's coming from. So I enjoy that that's there. We got our strawberries. Somewhere in one of my bags, bag of avocados. That air feels so good. Good. Oh, they had their nectarines. So if you've never had a nectarine is like a peach and a plum mixed together. They're so very good. So I got those. In this heat, they're gonna ripen so fast that I'll put 3 out and then put 3 in the refrigerator. Oh, look at that. I didn't know we had the whole shot today. Gracious. Well, isn't that? I'm a hot mess. I am so sorry. It was so hot and like getting up this morning. I got up late and I had to run, walk the dogs real fast. So I did that before it got any hotter. And then I was like, oh, let me go live and I can stand behind the counter. And nobody will see what I'm wearing, but I guess that's not true. I got my chai seeds. Some of my friends are posting a lot of recipe with chai seeds and to use them. So I went ahead and got my chai seeds. I've kind of been putting that off for a bit, but I got them. I did. My chai seeds. Are those chai seeds? Those are flax seeds. Boy, the chai seeds and the flax seeds. Hold on, let me speak to you. The chai seeds and the flax seeds look exactly alike. Wow, I'm gonna have to be sure I really read my labels, but I'm sure with cooking, I'll probably throw a handful of both in because I didn't grow up eating them or using them regularly. For me, I don't have like a specific taste in my head with them, so it's fine to mix and match. So that is what is happening, but right now is such a great time to get all of your produce, and once you rinse it, if you like to freeze your own produce, and maybe it's cheaper this time of year to get it, you can get your container, and if you wash it and then lay it out flat and put a flat pan so nothing's sticking on top of each other, lay it on a flat pan and then put it in the freezer, it will freeze each individual little fruit, and then it's easier just to grab your handfuls out, or because you need to wash it before you freeze it, of course. But that's how you can make your own frozen fruit this time of year. It's cheaper, I think, than the bags for now. And you can always go online or to anything and find out in your area what fruit are coming into season. Because it makes a difference. It makes a difference with the freshness and the quality and quantity. And it also makes a difference with the taste and if it's not raised. I got a bag of onions and I got them to the car and then I saw it was open. I wonder if I got, doesn't even matter. I got what I got. That's all that matters. So that is something to know if you have never frozen fruit. Oh, do you know what else I found out? You know how we used to have to blanch our tomatoes before this whole freezing process was crazy. But a gardener, I was watching their page and she's like, stop with all the nonsense. If you want to freeze tomatoes, take your tomato and throw it in the freezer. And then you can cut the center out, all of that. When you bring it out, it'll be, of course, softer, but wash it, just throw it in the freezer. What a great way. This year, we're definitely trying to grow a few things. That's how big our squash got. Our squash didn't really squash that great. And because the rabbits, our garden area isn't rabbit proofed yet, we're having to kind of pull the tomatoes and bring them in and let them ripen up. But anyway, and my son pulled that beet out way too early. Let me see the beet. But he'll learn. I mean, it's a process. We don't know anything about what we're doing. But we're trying, and that's the good thing. We are definitely trying. All of my grocery bags, get them put away. this question. Do you make your own dog food? And is it cheaper? What is the cost? I know the quality, if you make your own, is a lot better. But is the price as one of those things, you know, you feel the pressure, especially in the United States. I don't know where everybody's watching from, but here, everything is, you're almost judged a bad mother if you don't feed your children organic food, or if you let them eat a lot of processed food. Oh, there's that. Or even the whole breastfeeding versus not breastfeeding is a whole thing. And I don't think it's quite as heavy with the dog food, but there definitely is a make your own dog food, make your own dog food snack kind of movement. You know, and it's really, really funny. As dogs in this country have moved into our houses, like I remember growing up, animals stayed outside, period. Period. No thought of ever allowing an animal into a home. They had their dog houses, they had their shelters, they had their bedding, you know, and they were part of the family, yes, but they also were used for, you know, security or barking or whatever in larger areas. And maybe that was when we were having there were more people on the farms, and literally the dogs ate scraps from what we had. And I'm talking in the 70s, way back before all this processed nonsense was happening, or maybe it was just my house because my mother didn't buy it. But I don't remember buying dog food. Like maybe we did have like the kibbled dog food, but truly, I remember you would just put all your scraps in a bowl and give it to the dogs. Kind of like the pigs and the chickens, you know, they got, or the goats, they would get certain things, but any of the meats and proteins and all would go into the dog bowl scrap. Who else? Who else remembers that? I really do not remember back in the 70s buying dog food. And then I think now, I mean, everybody buys dog food, and now there's farmer dogs and this dog and that dog trying to get back to more basic, but do you guys remember? I mean, let me know. Let me know what you think. I got Marley 2 dog toys because he expects presents, and he I think he's already chewed one out. Tonight, I think I'm just gonna make a tuna fish salad. So why don't we chop the end off of this and get it in some water. Oh, look at that. I have a cup of water right here ready to go. It's gonna be a lot. We'll get our celery again. Right, and then I'll just put some around its roots. We do have a couple pieces of asparagus popping up. So let me put my, we're gonna, in about an hour it won't be so floaty. So is everybody else surviving the heat? What do you do to survive the heat? Right now I have all of the windows in the house closed. I have my downstairs air conditioner set on 78 degrees. This is a 2-story house and heat rises. So upstairs I have it set on 80 degrees. I do have a fan oscillating in the hallway to kind of keep some air moving up there. But my son's up there and he can turn a fan on. I can't have it running nonstop. Yeah, and then I made a video about this morning, but my poor daughter called and her air conditioner probably broke 3 or 4 days ago. But because I always keep my house so hot, she did not realize that her air was off. She said, I hear it cutting on, I hear it, and her house has trees around it, and it's an old house, so the insulation is really good. And she's like, Mom, I think it's broken. It's running at 85 degrees. I was like, oh, huh. It sounds like it's broken, but she didn't realize because I keep our summer air so hot. So that is that. I think, you know how you try not to have filler words in your conversation, or I was raised to try not to use filler words, like, or, but I definitely, my super special filler word is so, like, when I make a video, I can hear myself use that word about 45 billion times. Every time I make a statement or I jump to a new thought, and then I say so it is funny when you start recording yourself, these weird habits that we have that we pick up. My sister, Nikki, of Nikki's Happy Lifestyle, she always tells me when I get stressed or when I get really anxious, I start to touch my face. When she says, that's your thing. So I do find that very, very, very interesting. The things we do in life. I did not need this. Oh, also it's lime season now. Very easy to get good limes for not a lot. After I get this part put away, I need to finish unpacking upstairs. Then I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my walls. I'm really going to try to get a great start of working on my kitchen area. I got to move all this stuff out, the table and the little stuff here, and take the walls down. Above my cabinet, I have storage up there. However, I have everything covered with, it's all gonna come down. I don't even know what I'm talking about it. But you can see how it's open. But over here, maybe we can see sticking out the plastic. Captain Julie, welcome. I am just rambling along about lunch. I've been out of town and missed my lunchtime lives, and I am getting the house organized and I just came in from the store, and then next on my list is laundry, and then next on the list is prepping these walls. I don't know if anybody else uses this technique, but behind my oven, which has been filled, just needs some sanding, where it doesn't have a backsplash, so it's been very hard to wash. After I clean that whole wall and all of my kitchen, I'm gonna rub it down. Let me come this way so you can see. So here is the product. So I'm gonna rub it down with rubbing alcohol. I just buy the off-brand. Any brand is good. You can use a degreaser to be sure that the grease is off of these kitchen walls and these cabinets, even though I'm not going to paint the cabinets, maybe, in order to be sure that the latex paint really adheres. I need to wash the wall and then rub it down with either a degreaser, but I don't have it. And rubbing alcohol is so inexpensive, just the 70% will be enough to pull that grease right off the wall, and it really will make it so that paint adheres. If not, and we were just to paint straight flat over the grease of cooking grease, just normal kitchen grease, what would happen is, especially with the humidity and all, by the end of the summer, within 3 or 4 months, 6 months at the most, you would see your paint start to peel. So it's almost like if you were to paint over an oil paint. You have to get that off. And rubbing alcohol is such a great finish. I don't know when I learned that. I don't know who told me that. Probably came from my mother. She was big redecorated, big painter, she refinished furniture and really studied it before she went into it. Like I said, I know they make degreasing products, but $2 bottle of alcohol is enough to do just this little section. I'll go ahead and pull my fridge out and degrease behind that. I have never, ever, never ever pull my oven out. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I should, after 20 years being in the house, like pull it out, but it feels like such a daunting thing. I'm not sure I want to. I never have. I don't, plus I never remember, like my mother I remember her pulling refrigerators out to paint behind or to clean behind. She would pull it because of the fan and all, but I've never pulled a refrigerator out. I mean, a oven out. It's sitting on shims to balance it as well. Now I'll lift, obviously to clean and pull the drawer out and clean the drawer and the floor under the drawer that way. But lordy, I have never, ever. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. You know what? It'll be a nice surprise for whoever buys this house after me. I'm not moving, or whenever we get a new appliance. So that's the goal. I'll go ahead and patch. I do repatch. Like I know on my one wall, I have where I have pictures hanging. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out, patch over the holes, just in case I want to reset things when it's all said and done. Only thing I will not take down are my I'll spin it around the curtain rod. I'm telling you, it's a mess. I'm sorry, guys. But I would definitely, because it's over there, I'm not going to take that curtain rod down. So I just won't even take that down to paint it. And yeah, that's the goal. We'll start taking everything down. There's serving platters and some silver up top that needs to come down. So that's the goal. And then tomorrow I can start painting in here. I have bought the paint, and it's still good. I mean, but it is 2 years old. But it's never been opened, never been used. I bought it, then my hands got broken and my wrist got broken, so I couldn't continue. So that's gonna take a long time to really get it mixed well, and I know I'll probably start that process tonight. Not only does it need to be shaped, but I think I will go either to the thrift store or maybe the Dollar Tree to see if I can find a whisk to really start to whisk that paint back together, because it will have separated. The colors will have separated, and then the acrylicness of it all will have separated over the time. It's been sealed in its metal can and hasn't been opened, so fingers crossed it'll still look good. But how you get it, if you don't have they make like the things you can put on your drill to mix your paint. I don't have that, and you can sit and stir, but literally I can just hand it to my husband. He can back and forth with it tonight and shake it. And whoever's sitting around, usually they shake paint to mix it on the professional vibrator shaker things for about 10 to 15 minutes. So for something that's sat like that, I really think it'll need to be agitated in the can before the can's open for at least consistently nonstop 30 minutes. Dip in and round, however we want to do it. It would be a great workout for me today to really shake that paint can. So that will get that done, and that's where we'll start, is right here. Hopefully we'll get it ready to start rolling tomorrow, and during our lunchtime live we can all see what kind of progress is going. Uh, Actually, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be started to paint tomorrow, because after I remove all the things from the wall, this walls, not only this has to be washed, but it's been so long since the walls have been painted. Yeah, it's been horribly long, shamefully long, that I'm going to have to wash the walls just to make sure all the dust is not there, to get down whatever needs to get down, then let it really dry. So I've got a lot of cleaning to do before I start the paint. Good thing is, I am not going anywhere for another week or two or 3 weeks. So plenty of time. And I'm gonna budget out about a week to get this done. Yeah, but then I gotta go in the garage, so lots and lots of steps before I get started. I'm saying we because we're gonna be doing, I might just run a live the whole time. We'll be working, or I will be working on it while I do my lives, because I like to talk, and if I have the camera on and I'm talking to you all and interacting with everybody, then my kids don't think I'm crazy and talking to myself. So see, thank you, YouTube. It's just not Mom's talking to herself again. It is a good thing. Does anybody else have a place where they have to post notes? Our little chalkboard. I do my little bag of chalk there. It's like our special secret message of who's going where and what's happening during the day. If it's something different, we write it right there. Marley, have you destroyed all of your things? Let's see what Marley's eating. Oh, wow, you didn't bite and spit. Look at that. All right, keep going. I bought him a little $2 squeaky toy, but he likes to gnaw and spit, so he has torn it all apart. Like, I didn't know he would do that. I thought he would just carry it around, but hey, it's his toy. What you gonna do about that, right? So, Captain Jolie, what are your plans this week? Today's Monday, right? Yes. Let us know. Nikki Happy Lifestyle, she is busy working and cutting her hairs and that kind of stuff. And that's, I think, all she had planned this week. I know Patrick is back in the shadows, and his plan is to go to work and make sure that our daughter's okay. So I never thought I had empty nest syndrome, or like, I didn't really understand. I'm like, oh, my kid's moving away, but that's okay. You know, they're adults. It's what we've been working towards. This has been the goal. Go have a life. And then anytime anything happens, it cracks me up so hard, because then I'm like, but I'm not there. How is she gonna handle it? Does she know to do this? I better tell her. Not. She's made it. She goes to school 5 hours from where we live. She's more independent than in my head is telling me. And she is smart enough to be a senior in college. I bet she's smart enough to navigate her air conditioner being broken. But in my mind, she didn't put the fans in the right place for that good cross breeze. She didn't. It's so silly, it cracks me up in the urge to text and the urge to tell. to give unsolicited advice is so strong. Then I keep saying, well, what in my mind am I seeing? And what I'm seeing is a 5 or 6-year-old sitting just pouring sweat and this big puddle of sweat all around her. And, you know, that's so not reality of where it is. But boy, the mom mouth and turning off the mom mouth is really, really hard. Like, especially when you think that that's not you, and then you find out, oh wow, not only is it me, like every meme that's ever written about this kind of stuff is me. And I think like part of the trade-off is the joy and humor and having figured it out. Because now I can just sit back and laugh. Like, ah, ha, ha. You know, it is pretty funny. Like, at 21 years old, if my mother was calling me, telling me where to place a pan for cross ventilation, I wouldn't answer the phone. And, well, I mean, anyway, it just cracks me up. That always cracks me up on how slow the transitions are to different aspects of life. And even though I don't know, this whole journey has been interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And I'm so grateful that my kids have stuck with me and not cut me off because of my crazies. Because Lord, it'll get the breakfast dishes washed. Lord knows, you know. Hey Patrick, are you just coming over? No, you've been over. Oh, he's been busy working. But yeah, that everybody's stuck with it, you know, and allows, I don't know. I think that the thing about childhood is you don't really realize how crazy your parents are until you're older and you move out, then you realize, oh, that's not good. And hopefully at that point you're able to start to catch yourself because, yeah, I'm a very different person now in my late 50s, almost 60s than I was in my 30s, late 30s, almost 40s when I had my kids. And they're the same way. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. Okay, now I'm getting morose and thinking about that, but the upside is, and has been also a funny, laughable journey. Like, really. Especially when I can know I'm being crazy. Thank you. Good medicines. And I can really see, oh, that's like absolutely crazy. Yeah. So that is that. We are officially at the halfway mark. I hope you are enjoying your lunch. I am going to make a sandwich, a tomato sandwich on toasted bread as soon as I finish this live. For some reason right here at this point, always, my lives, I feel like, damn, I'm just sitting here rambling. Which I am, and I wish I had more great information other than what I've already shared, but I don't. That's kind of it. My son doesn't use a coffee maker, so he uses the dripper. He likes to pour his, and that's his filter, and he pours his hot water on and purees right away. It's actually maybe a little bit slower than a Keurig because the water doesn't stay at a heated temperature once it warms up, but sure is cheaper. That is for sure. I don't know. I started drinking coffee about 5 years ago because I was trying to give up the diet soda. And so I have a cup of, it's not even really coffee. And this is my coffee cup, but half of it's coffee and then the other half is milk, or I use almond milk. So what do you call that? That's like cafe au lait, or like, yeah, I don't really. So, and even with that, it's, my husband and I use instant, but he is the coffee connoisseur, which is great. It's great. I love the smell of coffee as it's cooking. Coffee candles, coffee everything. I just don't, I don't know. My generation was the generation when Diet Coke came out, so I got hooked on that instead of coffee. Now, I'll work some tea, and I keep saying I need to start drinking tea again, but I like the herbal teas, but I also, if I do the black tea, I can usually wean myself off. I don't know. It is what it is. We all, at this point, I'm not sure that little bit of coffee milk I drink does much, doesn't do much, but I enjoy it. So there you go. That's why we're still drinking it. Honestly, isn't that how half of our life goes? We enjoy it, therefore we keep doing it. Feels good, we like it. So the question is, if I do my laundry and put my laundry outside, with it, the humidity being so humid, will it dry? Because I don't want to turn a dryer on. Or would I be better off putting it in the garage where it's not quite so humid? It still gets the heat. The decisions that one has to make in life just are kind of never ending, right? So that is what we are working on. Just kind of figuring it all out, getting ourselves back here, getting back onto a schedule. I do love traveling. I love going anywhere, but I feel like it takes at least 48 hours or 72 hours to get back my rhythm of takes a little bit of time to get back my rhythm of what was going on, what I was doing during the day, how things were working. Yeah. So I had bought, I'm starting a sentence with so we know I'm changing context and thoughts. I had bought some fluorescent glow-in-the-dark paint for outside, and it was kind of a little bit expensive, and I even bought the primer to go under, and I was totally not impressed. I was impressed the first week, then it has faded out and faded off, and I was very disappointed. So I'm wondering if I should do a review on that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let's see what Marley's doing. He's over here eating his thing. Marley. There he is. He just got a new toy. See that new toy? There he is. Marley. See, he's hiding. He doesn't want anybody to look at his toy. Where's your other toy, Marley? He's back there hiding. Don't hide from us. He already ripped the other one to pieces. All these little plastic pieces. Where is it, baby? Yep, he chewed it. At least he didn't swallow it, though. My last dog was an eater of pieces like that. And this is just he pulled out and he's had forever. He had a good time. I'm gonna have some videos to post. My mother has 2 dogs, and my sister just got a beautiful black and white puppy that was popped in short with that. Look at, oh, he burped. He just sitting there smiling with his mess. He is a mess. I said, that's right, you can clean up the mess after me. So, that's what Marley's doing today. Marley, where's your other one? Let me see that one. You hiding it? All right. All right. Oh, all right. You're gonna show it to us? Yeah, look at that. Oh, you gonna let us see it? All right. Oh, you gonna let us see? Oh, you don't want us to look? What a funny little character. Stay right there. Yeah. You got it? I could watch dogs play all day. I sure could. I sure could. Luckily, he is not eating those pieces. Up, here he comes. Up, here he comes. I keep the furniture covered with blankets so that I can wash them. I do. There you go, Marley. Where's your other one? We're going to bring it in and spy on you, babe. We are going to spy on you. He wants me to sit down so he can jump up on me. I will. I'm going to open some windows, curtains. The sun has finally moved off of the side of my house. Now it's on the back of my house. My husband, there you go, third man in my life. My husband had told some kids in the neighborhood who were looking for a job to come over today to get some work. And I was like, oh man, I don't have anything. I mean, I can't pay them. I'm paying for all this other stuff right now in life. And this is what he did. Look, he's gnawed all the edges off. He'll hide it again. But I said I can't just come. I mean, hold on. I lost that whole conversation. Lost every bit of that conversation. Let me try it again. I had said I do not have any work for them, but then I remembered my whole messy shade garden that I sure could use help. And I have some stepping stones that have been buried. So now I'm actually really excited that the neighborhood kids are coming over. And anytime you have a kid that's still in elementary school or middle school that wants to work, to do anything, I think at my age and whatever, it's important that we do support them in their endeavors. Marley. So there you go. Being entertained by Marley. Marley. Want to see. Just got some new arch supports. You're showing my knees, Boo. You don't want me to watch you? He is funny. some arched quartz to try. My pain on the top of my foot, but I always have. So let's see. Right. I don't understand that. Huh. I'm not even understanding how much is going on. That's okay. That way. Let me see what it feels like. Marley, are you still entertaining us, babe? Boy, my plants inside need to be watered. Watered, watered, watered. I'm sure that's not going to make me be in more pain. Don't think so. Not what I needed. Nope. Had to return it. It's not what I needed. Let's see what the toothbrush stops. No, this is not it. It was there. Where are my Walmart receipts? Is Marley entertaining us? I wish I was doing something exciting. I'm just getting ready to water the plants. How often, listen to me talking, I'm not even in the room. How often do you all water indoor plants? Once a week? Once every other day? Once whenever you think about it? What is there a magic number? Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki, how often should I be watering my inside plants? Yeah, since Marley was sitting there tearing that up, I figured might as well put him to use, right? Might as well get him to do something for us. Get Mama something. View time, baby. What you got, Marley? Show the camera. Look, you're not being very YouTube friendly. You gotta show the camera what you're doing. You're just trying to hide it again. Uh-huh. Why are you hiding what you're doing? What about this one? Watch this, watch this, watch this. What's this? Up, up. Turn around. We want to see you. Turn around. That's right. Come on, turn around. We want to see you. We want to see what you're doing. Oh, yeah, I see you tore that toy up. Good job. That's a good boy. That's so much fun. Poor Summer's recovering from our trip. I took the dogs because there's nobody in the house during the day. And they had so much fun with the other dogs and that puppy and Sophie coming down and whew, the cousins came and it was pretty fun. We gotta get Nikki up to visit too. I think I got enough water in that one. Yeah, so I guess I ought to give the plants inside a little drink because it's not So that's what's happening. I got up late. I'm running late. We're just trying to get it all done. And in the meantime, Marley can entertain us by tearing apart his toy. So glad I only paid. Spit it out. That's a big boy. Spit it out. $3 well spent if it kept him occupied and he's happy, right? Yeah. That is what we are doing today. Today. Let me see if I got more messages. See all the messages. I sure do. Thank you, guys. So the rest of this week, when we're going live, we will be working on prepping this house for the kitchen area for painting. And that is the next item on our agenda. It is. I'm going to ask Summer if she wants to be YouTube famous. She might, because she's such a pretty girl. Let's go check in with our old lady. All right, here we go. We're moving. Bye, Marley. You did not entertain us completely. Let's see what we have. Okay, I got one fan blowing on her. I got another fan. And here she is. She said, what's going on? Summer, come on, baby. You're going to be YouTube famous. There you go, baby girl. You want to be YouTube famous? You don't? You don't care? Look. I'm not going to buy all your stuff. You're just going to be like that? Come on. Yeah, she's so tired from running around, and she loves being, I'll give you sit down. She loves being at mom's out in the country. So there she is. She has to recover and recuperate. I sure didn't understand. I was going to cook dinner tonight. I even told Patrick what I was going to make. And then now, here we are at 12:30 almost, and I have no intention of cooking dinner. It's a sad thing. Well, maybe I'll do something. But, yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm just sitting here going, I was kinda ready for dinner, and now I'm just not. So, hey. Let's see what we got. That's a good view of summer. Yeah, that's kind of what I think, but the soil always feels kind of dry, but I either overwater or I underwater, so kind of wait till the leaves kind of, the leaves kind of falter, I guess. That is my way to tell what is happening. I know, I got one person chatting. Patrick must be working hard. I need to know when his lunchtime is. Say this is not going to go public until 9:47 p.m. tonight. Isn't that interesting? Interesting. This is a great ASMR, watching the dog while you hear fans in the background. Could work. It could definitely work for something, right? So that's our live chat for today. We just kind of went over prepping those walls with rubbing alcohol, I don't know, degreaser, unpacking stuff, getting stuff organized, and what the week looks like. So that's where my week looks like this week. I hope you all have great, big, huge plans on how to stay cool. I'm in northeastern North Carolina, and it's no joke, this heat wave. it is no joke. If you know elderly people, and I'm not talking 60 or 70, I'm talking 80, 90 years old, be sure, kind of keep your eyes out, make sure that they're okay, that their air conditioners are okay. This is going to tax older systems, and the turnaround time this time, during anything extreme weather is 48 hours at the earliest. So we all need to be cautious and conscientious of that. So until tomorrow, I'm wishing you all a fabulous rest of your day. Be fabulous, stay fabulous, make some fabulous plans. Let me know what you got going on, and I will see you tomorrow at 11:30. Lunch for our lunchtime live. See you guys. Summer says bye. She'll go take a nap. Okay.